Now at 5, will people in Waukesha be able to get water from Lake Michigan? A historic vote will decide that one. Tomorrow will be a banner day in Great Lakes history. The first time ever a city outside the Great Lakes Basin is asking for water from the Great Lakes.
Now, Waukesha spent about a decade putting this proposal together. The request needs international approval. Our Jonah Kaplan has been following this story, and he joins us live from the lakefront. Jonah.
Carol and George, after all, this is a resource. The Great Lakes constitute 20% of all the fresh water in the world. It's the largest single source. The question is, who has a right to it? Wisconsin, yes, it borders Lake Michigan, but not every city, town, and village has a right to that water. That's what this is all about. Waukesha needs water, not because it doesn't have any nearby, but because the DNR considers the city's current water source contaminated with radium, a radioactive metal.
You hear the word, what pops in your mind? Nuclear, biological, it's just crazy.
With the clock ticking towards a 2018 deadline, Waukesha officials proposed a solution to its water woes. Buy Lake Michigan water from Oak Creek, which would pipeline the water west. Waukesha would use the water, treat the water, then send it back to Lake Michigan via the Root River in Racine. The city asked for 10 million gallons of water per day, or 1/1,000,000th of 1% of the Great Lakes.
I guess I'd have to look at it from both a short-term perspective, because I'm here, and a long-term perspective. Do I want to stay here if it doesn't get approved?
In 2008, Congress defined the Great Lakes Basin, giving any city or town within this yellow line the legal right to Great Lakes water. Waukesha sits 1.7 miles outside the line, and the governor of every state and Canadian province within the basin must approve its application. In a preliminary vote last month, all representatives except Minnesota endorsed the proposal. Last week, a council of Great Lakes mayors unanimously voted to reject it.
Well, the reason that matters to people in Quebec, Ontario, New York, Ohio, and others is protecting the long-term integrity of the Great Lakes. If you start taking the water out of the Great Lakes, pretty soon we're not going to have all of the water that we need in the Great Lakes.
Again, that vote has to be unanimous. It will take place tomorrow, 11:30 in Chicago. We will be there. Coming up tonight on the news at 6, what is Plan B for Waukesha, and how much is this going to cost taxpayers, no matter what the outcome of that vote? We are live here along the lakefront. Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
A very important ruling for a lot of people. Thank you very much, Jonah.